Hi everyone, and welcome back to Rudder Kitty. So if you've been noticing the FlightGear Forum over the past weeks or so, you know that there's one new aircraft developer who's trying to get a boat implemented in FlightGear. And wouldn't you know it, it actually got done. Welcome aboard the USS Olympia. Probably one of the very few boats that have made its way into FlightGear. Probably the most surprising things you'd see, especially considering that the water physics generally aren't handled very well in the simulator. And yes, this boat is fully modeled, at least on the outside. And you even have a panel up here, which you can operate. Let's get this thing going. The controls for this ship is a little bit weird. You can always bring it up by question mark or shift / to bring up this dialog. So the instrument panel is triggered by the H key. You can use the R key to reflow the ship if you crash, and your arrow keys or your number keys will control the engines and rudders. You can also move the turrets up front if you want. Let's move over to the port bridge, at which point I can swing the turrets around. And maybe the rear turrets too, although it's probably easier to see from this angle. Just like that. Now you can see that they implemented the fog and part of the spray that comes from the ship, and also the lights on the navigational bridge. The controls are quite sensitive, so I highly recommend watching your headings and making adjustments manually. The autopilot is kind of works. It can actually control the ship. However, I will be demonstrating later that it is very inadvisable to actually use it to control the ship automatically. It's not going to work well. I'm going to open up the autopilot, going to a heading bug of, let's make it 125. It's probably what I'm going at. And heading control on. You can see that it does seem to go well-ish. It is fine, it seems to go well, but in a lot of cases it will oscillate, and I can probably just get to convince you which of these two will happen by speeding up. In fact, I don't actually have to do that. As you can see, it started out well, but eventually it started oscillating ridiculously wildly. You can see the rudder readout here, swinging hard port, then hard starboard, so half left and half right. You can actually see the rudder wheel here also moving, although it is in direction opposite to that of a car steering wheel. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Somebody please tell me in the comments. I don't know how a ship's wheel works. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And it's also the reason why I strictly don't recommend using the autopilot to control these, because you will get into a pilot-induced oscillation very quickly. And in fact, if you have in human control, you can arrest it pretty quickly like this. And now you are sailing fairly straight ahead again within only a couple of oscillations. These two are probably monitoring heel and pitch degrees, so probably how much the entire ship is tilting. Of course, let's see. Of course, we know that the wheel works. We have these guys moving the wheel for us. We are the captain of this ship. And we also have this engine indicator. Right now we're at full ahead, sorry. And we can move the engine control. Unfortunately, it does not look like this stuff is moving as of yet, although I think it should be pretty easy to get it moving with animations. Plus, you can also do a stern thrust. Let's go back to the stern deck, go with a stern thrust, and see we brake pretty quickly and start going backward. Now, this is a twin screw ship with counter-rotating propellers, so I think that having no transverse thrust or propeller walk here, something I just watched in the video the other day, is probably normal for this ship. We're going to keep going forward, so let's just go full ahead. We can also time accelerate, of course, which is one thing that real naval navigators do not have the benefit of. So of course we can keep sailing on the water, but this ship actually does have collision. I'm going to sail against that jut out over there. I'm going to just run a ship just aground, and we're going to see how all that looks like. I can also probably crash into... I think these telecommunication poles, you can't crash into them, but there is a static ship just past it that we will be able to crash into. So if that's your jam, now you know. Unfortunately, there is no sound on this just yet. Oh, the flag seems to be animating really good. Alright, so let's run the ship aground and see if we can refloat this after this. Then I'm going to probably follow the Abba for a little while. And there we go. It got cut out by me doing time acceleration, but we have run this ship aground and it has actually sunk. Of course, we can also always refloat the ship by pressing the R button to refloat. Let's go half a stun, I hope. Would be enough to get us out of here. Fortunately, it does not seem like it. Alright, there we go. We're backing out. Idle. And smoothly go to ahead. Adjusting the angle. Also that. In some respects, it is like a car. It's like a very sluggish to control. It's a very sluggish to control vehicle, even more so than a plane. You really have to anticipate and do your cross couplings. We're only sailing at like 14 or so knots, which is pretty normal. That's how boats work. See, you can see that small boat right there. We can actually hit it. Let's see if we can sail into this harbor right here. The other harbor we can because there's a bridge in the way, and we will hit it. I have checked it. We've just sailed past this, and now we're going to try going to that. Now, this ship doesn't have a lot of systems, so it can handle huge time accelerations just fine, which is really helpful when you're dealing with a slow vehicle like this. You can see that we were just at 12 knots a while ago. And, oh god. Really? This is a dead end? Alright. Alright, so the ratings do reflect that this boat doesn't really have much going on for it just yet in terms of things you can play around with, except sail around in a very slow ship, I guess. It's funny, this thing actually goes like 19 knots backwards. Fun. See, now we're just at 15 knots earlier. It's fun. We're back down to 11. Thanks for watching Dorda Kitty. Sorry for the relatively low cost video. I've been busy with other life stuff. I'll see you again next time. Safe flights.